to this, I think we got the answer. Don't you think? Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to be moving on, but we actually need to see a music video, right?
Ooh, a music video.
So can you introduce it?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's a request from DKD LELDJ7, who we just heard about, and this viewer wants to hear 2PM's 10 out of 10.
10점 만점에 10점! All right, I'm Isak.
And Kevin. Hello.
All right, and we are bringing you All About You. Now, today we're talking about your concerns and your worries, anything that seems to be bothering you these days. We're going to be laying it all out with the also adorable Kevin in the studio. All right, so what sort of problem does our other viewer have?
All right, our second viewer, Trinity1110, she's from Canada.
Ooh, Canada.
All right. Hi, Kevin. Would you say you're good at getting an accurate first impression of others? I'm really bad at that. And my friends are proof. I'm sure I approach people with good impressions, but a month passes and it's like they take off their masks and become different people. They're ill-tempered, lazy, small-hearted. It's a mess. I can hardly believe I first considered them to be so gentle and refreshing. Am I seeing them wrong? I just wish for once I could meet a friend who lives up to his or her first impression and doesn't disappoint me. How do I get more accurate first impression of someone's personality? Help me, Kevin!
Ooh, so it looks like there's a lot of concern here. And you know, accurately reading people. Now, I have to ask you, don't you think it's more luck than anything else?
Luck? Luck to have just good people around you?
I mean, yeah, and to actually put your finger on a good first impression.
Yeah, I guess it's luck. I mean, there might be people who you could, instantly catch, but, there's also people who you have to take time with to really get to know them.
Okay. Now, I've met actually a couple of people like this. Referring to a couple of friends of mine that I used to practice with. When we were trainees together, didn't really talk to them. It wasn't because our first impressions were bad. It was just we were two different worlds. I was there all the time. They lived far away, so they kind of awkward. Because they would come late and leave early. I would be there first and then go later. You know how that is. So it was hard for me to get into their circle, the circle of friends. But it was really amazing because I didn't see them for a couple of years, and then I met them back up very, out of fate. It was just kind of like out of the blue, not really expecting it. And I met them again, and I noticed that their first impressions when I had of them in high school had completely changed. Of course, time probably changed them. But now we're best friends, and we've been best friends for many years now. Yeah, so I think that it's not so much of a first impression and not being able to work with it. I think it's more of changing as people and accepting those changes and not. Do you have anybody, maybe even your members, that you think might be a little small-hearted, or maybe they don't think they understand me? Hyun just doesn't understand me.
No, there's nothing like that. But, first impressions, when I first saw my members, they were like, there's people from Korea, there's some people from, Hong Kong, and there's also another member from America. Okay. And I was like, wow, it's going to be kind of different because, not what I'm used to. And, I didn't really want, not that I didn't want to talk to them. It was kind of like, we kind of spoke English with each other, and they kind of spoke Korean
amongst ourselves.
And, I wanted, I spent more time, I guess, to be honest, with the more English-speaking members. But then as time passed by, I got to find out that the Korean-speaking members are really nice, and I should have got to know them better earlier. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, for those of you who are watching and have the same problem as our viewer, I would like to also give you some advice of watch people. Just kind of sit back. I know it's kind of hard to do in Korea, but I mean, let's say you're at the mall, you're eating something with your friends. Just kind of sit back and just kind of observe. Just kind of see, oh, this person kind of does like this. I do it for acting. It's a good practice for acting. But just watch people, let's say, and try to figure out what that person's doing. You know what I mean?
Like what?
You'll see somebody, and they'll be kind of like limping, and you can guess that they have to go to the bathroom. The bathroom is their key. It's just like, the bathroom's over there. It's just like, bathroom, you know what I mean? And then let's say somebody's hungry, and then they would kind of be there like, food court, where's the food court, food. You know, you can see different things coming out of different people.
You know, if you stare at people for too long, wouldn't they kind of go, why is she staring at me? Or like...
You have to be wise about it. You can't just stare at him like this. You have to stare at him like this. You kind of have to be like... Yeah, I'm not looking at you.
I see. And also, I have another, you know, resolution, I guess. Don't trust their first impression too much because you can get disappointed. So I guess, you know, try to spend with them more and talk to them a lot and get to see their real personality.
True. I think communication is key. And even in first impressions, I mean, when you first meet somebody, I think... breaking the ice, like you would have maybe done with your members, like breaking the ice first and just being like, hi, and just be a little bit, even though you're not used to it, it might be better to kind of help you do that. And look at a lot of movies and books, maybe. Read a lot, maybe watch a couple of movies, and then you probably see different stereotypes that pop up. I hate stereotypes, but it works. It works, though. Right. I mean, there's certain stereotypes that do come out of background cultures and whatnot. So I think that, I mean, even like we were talking about with your members about the food thing.
The food thing.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bad first impression because of the food thing.
Yeah.
But it's also a culture thing.
It's just culture difference, and you gotta accept those.
Exactly. Exactly.
And also, don't judge too much on appearance.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yes.
No.
Because a person could look kind of, you know, straightforward and very, how do you say it, fierce?
Yeah.
But then once you get to know them, they could become, you know, really different than what you expected.
Exactly. That person might just had a bad day, and when they first met you, you're just like, and I mean, they might be a bubbly person like I am, but they might have been having a bad day.
Exactly.
All right, well, it seems that we have come to an end of the show.
I wanted to read more.
I know. I think we need to put a computer here, and then we're just gonna read everything. Okay, we'll just do the show. Okay.
You're probably, you know, in the future, you know.
In the future. Everybody's shaking their like, no. We'll try and get us more next week. So continue to send in your concerns, and also any worries. If you want to confess your love, to Kevin, I think it'll be okay too.
Yes, I'm right here.
He seems to like that part.
Yes.
All right. Well, any last words before we go? Because it was your first time. So how do you feel?
It was my first time. I was really nervous at the beginning because I didn't know whether I could give good advice or not. But then, since you're such a great help, Isak, I think I did pretty good.
You did awesome. You did awesome. And I'm so glad that he's here.
And I'll do my best throughout the week to get more good ideas, and I'll try to become a better counselor.
Woohoo! Well, I'm glad that I have him in the studio now. So don't worry about anything.
Okay.
And don't forget to say goodbye to our viewers, because it is already time for us to say goodbye to you. I don't want it to go.
And remember to send more and more, you know, problems you have, you know.
Okay, all right. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye to Kevin, and we're going to be probably catching some more stuff in just a little bit. So, Kevin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
And we'll see you then.
Okay, so bye. Just see you then.
Bye.
Bye.